Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and a very good day everyone. Today I am going to talk everything about English for report writing, just in case you miss my first class and perhaps you'll be missing my second class. Because beginning your third seminar, you have to start presenting your draft of your proposal, and then you have to you have to carry out your research, and you have to submit your report by the end of this semester, which will be during your um, final seminar. Okay, so basically this slide helps this video presentation, I hope it helps you to understand what EWC661 is all about. Now, when we talk about the assessment, when we talk about EWC661, let us talk about the assessment, because I guess the assessment is the core part of what this course is all about. Yeah. Now, imagine that this line or this arrow is your one whole semester. Okay, so in the beginning of your semester, you are supposed to come up with a proposal, a draft of your proposal, and which covers 20%, and you have to present your proposal, which covers 15%. So the whole percentage for the first assessment is 35%. Okay, and once you have carried out the research towards the end of the semester, you will be submitting your full report, which covers 40%, and your portfolio, which covers 20%. Okay, and then somewhere at the end of this at the end of your semester, during your final seminar, you will be evaluating your friends, your group members. This whole process is a group work, consists of 3 or 4 students. Now, since we have 17 of you registered for this class, so we can have we can have 3 groups of 4 and 1 group of 5. I do not mind having another extra group member for the last group, yeah. And you will be evaluating your friends, their performance, their contribution to the group, and it only covers 5%. Okay, so you have 35% for your proposal, you have 5% for your peer evaluation, and you have to submit your report, which is your full report 40%, and your portfolio, where you compile all the materials that you used for your proposal, for your report, so on and so forth. Okay, now when we talk about proposal, you may have this question: what proposal? Are we doing a business proposal? Since it's this is EWC 661. No, you are not going to do a business proposal. Instead, you are going to do an academic proposal. Now, what is an academic proposal actually? Okay, so you may have this question with you: what is an academic report, or what is an academic proposal? So basically, an academic report covers the following. Number one, it should resolve any academic related issue. There must be an issue, and the issue has to be academic related, meaning it has to be involved with your academic setting, your learning, your studying, so on and so forth. Number two, that issue should contain factors and solutions, because factors and solution will be your objectives of your report or of your proposal. Try to solve, or try to go with issues that are small scale, meaning to say it's a small scale issue. Try not to be too ambitious and to resolve or to solve problem at a global level. Try to make it as local and domestic as possible. Begin with, thinking of issues that revolves around you and your friends in UITM, for example, in your study, in your group study, anything. Perhaps we make it at UITM level first. Then if, let's say, you couldn't think of an issue at UITM level, then you can go a little bit further with your friends at home or at work. if you are EPGJ students, what could be issues that you really want to resolve or to solve. But of course, it has to be academic related issue. Academic related issue means that if you can help to solve this problem, it will help you to study better. It will help you to be a better person. And of course, the the academic report should be resolving the issue. That means if you have an issue, you have identified the factors, you must also be able to come up with what are the solutions. Okay, and everything should be reported in your academic report. I give an example. As you can see, this picture is a person who is sleeping in a class, a student, I presume. Now, you should be asking yourself these questions. What problem is this? Is this an academic related problem? What could cause the problem? And can I solve this problem? Okay. So in order to answer these questions, question number one, what problem is this? So it's feeling sleepy in the classroom. That's the problem. Coming back to the second question, is it academic related? Yes, it is, because it affects one focus in the classroom and study. Is there any factors, or is there any factor? There are factors. And of course, this is where I put here previous study 1, previous study 2, meaning you have to read, you have to find articles, you have to find academic journals, previous studies, previous research done by people. And with that result and data, you should be able to come up with what are the factors. You can think of your own. What are the factors? Since most of you might be falling asleep in the classroom. But having you said it alone without being supported by studies done by researchers, expert opinions, those factors will not sound convincing enough. Then you ask yourself the last question, can I solve the problem? Of course you can solve the problem. And again, you have to do a lot of studies, you have to read a lot to think what are the viable solutions to this problem. So basically, once you are done, the next step is for you to draft a proposal. Now in your proposal, you should be having at least 3 parts. What is basically a proposal? You are proposing to resolve the issue. First, you will let us know what the issue is, and then you will come up with strategies to resolve the issues. Everything will be written in your draft of your proposal. Basically, it covers the first 3 chapters of your academic report, which is introduction, previous study, and methodology. And then with that draft of your proposal, you should be presenting your proposal. Once you are done, the next step is for you to carry out your research. Now, what instrument that you'll be using? I highly advise my students to just use survey, because this is the easiest way to get your data. If you want to interview, of course, but you don't really have time. If you really want to observe, proceed. But then again, you don't really have time. Survey can be done just within few minutes. So I would highly you to use survey. Once you have given green light from me to carry out your survey, then you can proceed. You can do online survey or written survey. That is entirely up to you. And once you have received the data, the next thing is for you to just work on your chapter number 4, which is findings and discussion, and chapter number 5, recommendations and conclusions. Why only these 2 chapters? Because you have done your first 3 chapters, which is introduction, previous study, and methodology in your draft proposal. Once you have received my feedback during your proposal presentation, you may want to do some rectifications and keep it with you, because it's going to be the same 3 chapters that you'll be reporting in your research, with an additional of 2 chapters, findings and discussion, recommendations and conclusions. And of course, you're going to submit to your proposal, you're going to submit your portfolio. Basically, it's a file where you compile all the materials that you used in your proposal as well as in your report of your research. I guess basically this is what EWC661 is all about. It is an ongoing process of completing an academic report with your draft proposal, carrying out your survey, and complete your report to be submitted to me by the end of the semester. Should you have any question, kindly ask me. That's all. Thank you.